Welcome to 12 Apostles Helicopters, guys. My name's Ben. We're off on a roughly 15-minute flight to the London Bridge and back. Feel free to chat or ask any questions along the way. Just make sure the microphone is nice and close to your mouth when you talk. So you'll see the Apostles out to your right-hand side here, guys, as we come across the coast.
Can we take videos with our phone?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
So here are the Apostles, guys. They were originally called the Sow and the Piglets. Back in 1950 they changed the name to the Apostles. They didn't call them the 12 Apostles though. They've only ever had 8 Apostles to begin with. People assume because of the reference in the Bible to 12 Apostles that there must be 12 rocks here. That was never the case, and today there are only 7 Apostles remaining, after one collapsed back in 2005. The final Apostle is this one just coming up now on the right. You'll see them all nicely lined up again when we come back. From here though, the rocks have their own individual names. Those first 2 there are called the Twin Sisters, followed by the Salt and Pepper Shakers, and the Razorback is the long skinny one there. This triangular piece of rock on the right here is called Baker's Oven, named after that wood fire oven shaped hole in the base of the rock there. This large rock on the right here is called Sentinel Rock. It's the tallest rock in the Port Campbell National Park, standing at over 70 metres tall. That's roughly the size of a 20-storey building. The small town on the right here is Port Campbell. Around 600 people live there permanently. It does get very, very busy in the summertime though. There can be up to 3,000 people staying there every night. What was that, sorry?
What is that beach on the right side?
That's the beach at Port Campbell.
Campbell, alright.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful little spot. You can go down onto the beach there.
Yeah, I have heard about that beach.
In front of us there, you can see the arch coming off the next cliff.
下一个就是我要带你去看的那个地方。
Underneath the arch, you'll see a couple of boulders, which are roughly the size of small cars. Gives you an idea of how big the archway is. Coming up now on the right, you'll see another big rock. This one's called London Bridge. It was once a double-span bridge connecting to the mainland, hence the name. But back in 1990, the connecting piece collapsed into the ocean, and just that single archway remains there today. We'll turn here, guys. We'll get a great view of everything on the other side as well. A great view of London Bridge again on the left as we come around here, guys. So Port Campbell passing again on the left now. The little bay there is one of the only sheltered areas along this coastline. Coming up here on the left, you'll see a little beach called Horseshoe Cove. Coming up here on the left now, you'll see a question mark shaped rock. That's called Muttonbird Island. Just behind it is Lockhart Gorge, named after a ship which sank here back in 1878. The two survivors on board the ship were washed up through the little gap there and onto the beach behind where they were rescued. And here are the Apostles guys, all lined up together again. Number 1 on the left here with the green flat top. Number 2 with the pointy top. Then Apostles 3, 4, 5 and 6 are all in a little cluster there. 6 is the very small one. Apostle number 7 is the one closest to the headland. In between the little 6 and the big 7 you can see a pile of rubble there. That's all that remains of the 8th Apostle, which fell down. And then just past the headland there are another 2 rock features. Those are called the Gog and Magog. They're not actually classed as Apostles themselves, but as separate rock features altogether. As we turn across the coast here, guys, we get a great view of the Apostles on the left-hand side. Thank you very much for flying with us today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the flight.
That was awesome.
Good. Glad you enjoyed it. Once we are back on the ground, please remain seated and the ground staff will come over and help you to get off the helicopter in a moment. Alright, back on the ground, guys. Thanks very much. Don't forget to take off your headsets as well before you jump out, guys.